Hi everyone, it's Vicky from Minerva. Today is a really exciting day here at Minerva because today is kit launch day. So in case you haven't come across our kits before, every single month at Minerva we launch brand new exclusive sewing kits that contain everything that you need to be able to make a garment in any size, you know, in any view from the pattern. And this month we have some just absolutely gorgeous kits to share with you. I think these ones are really special, and that's down in no small part to the fabric that are in these kits. So without further ado, let's have a look at the two different pattern options we've got. So we've got two different patterns, and then each of those patterns comes in 5 different fabric options. So you have 10 brand new kits to be able to choose from this month. Now, both of these kits are jackets or coats, and they are both made in our brand new latest base cloth in the Minerva Exclusive fabric range, our pre-quilted reversible coating fabric, and that really is what makes these kits extra special. So the first kit we've got is the Tamarack Jacket by Grainline Studio, and this is a really gorgeous pattern designed specifically to be used with quilted fabrics. It's quite a simple round neckline jacket which has bound edges, pockets in the front, and then you have a couple of different options on how to fasten the jacket, either with buttons or with little hooks. It has, you know, a simple full length sleeve and then a curved hemline which just gives it a really lovely detail. And yeah, it's designed with transitional seasons in mind. So you know, it's designed to be a warm and stylish quilted coat which is perfect for you know, the colder months, and certainly those months where we're transitioning in the year as well, which is certainly what we're coming up to here in the UK at least anyway, isn't it? So yeah, I just think it's a really gorgeous pattern for this time of year, but as well something that you'll be able to wear throughout the seasons as well. The other kit we've got, so this is the fabulous Nielsen Hovea Jacket and coat. So on this pattern, it's again designed to be used with a quilted fabric for a really cosy sort of toasty sort of feel, and you actually have quite a few different options on the pattern. But the Hovea it's a loose fit drop shoulder jacket and coat. So it does feature multiple lengths. It has deep angled feature pockets, and yeah, you've just different options in terms of the band details or the tie details or belt details. So yeah, you can really just sort of, you know, pick and choose your favourite from the pattern there. And yeah, with this pattern, you know, we just think it looks amazing in a pre-quilted fabric, hence we've chose our Minerva Exclusive new range, which is absolutely gorgeous. So let's have a look first of, you know, we've seen both patterns now for the kits. Let's have a look at what you actually get included in the kit, because I must admit in the kits this month there's lots of different bits and pieces, which, you know, is one of the beauty of Minerva sewing kits, isn't it, that, you know, with one click you know that you're going to get everything that you need to be able to make a garment. So let's start with the Tamarack jacket. So of course you get the paper pattern itself. Now with this pattern you have 2 different size band options to choose from. So, you know, if you are deciding to buy the kit from us, just make sure that you're choosing the right size pattern for you. So the smaller size is sizes 0 to 18, and the larger size is sizes 14 to 30. So like I said, just make sure you choose the right pattern. You also then, you get a packet of interfacing. You also get a packet of machine sewing needles, which are perfect for the fabric that's included in the kit. You also get a bias tape maker this month, and that is because you get one in both of the kits, and that is because the binding details that are on these patterns, we have actually included some fabric to go with your pre-quilted fabric that matches perfectly. And the idea with including this is that you can make your own bias binding that will perfectly match your jacket with the little bias tape maker tool that comes included in the kit. So I think you're going to be able to create a really beautiful, professional couture finish for your jackets with this little tool. You also get, in the Tamarack kit, you also get a packet of extra large hooks and eyes, which they're a really large size that are designed for jacket closures. And you also get a packet of heavy duty snap fasteners as well. So depending on which size view you go for, or just what fastening detail finish you would prefer, you get both options included in the kit. And they're in a really beautiful like a gunmetal kind of finish, which go with the fabrics gorgeously. And then in the kits you also get 2 reels of matching Gutermann sew thread. And the idea with this is, because this is a reversible fabric, whichever side you use for the outer side of the fabric, you will probably need, you'll need one of the colours for, and then the colour that you choose to bind with it, or just some of the internal details, you might want to choose the side that matches the other side of the fabric. So sometimes they will be the same colour, sometimes they'll be very different, but you get 2 reels of thread in your kit. Then, of course, we go on to the fabrics. So, like I mentioned, you get half a metre of this really beautiful quality plain cotton sateen fabric. So it's not a satin, it's a sateen, which is a sateen weave. So it's basically a beautiful quality, really amazing finish and quality weave cotton fabric, which have been dyed and chosen to match and coordinate with the fabrics beautifully. So that is what you would make your your binding details out of, and any the sort of those finishing details. And then the main fabric itself, which is so exciting. So this is our Minerva Exclusive pre-quilted reversible coating fabric. So we've only just launched this very recently at Minerva. It was at the end of last year, and it's just absolutely fabulous. So the fabric is actually made from 3 layers of fabric. So on the back we have, it's fully reversible, so there isn't actually a back or a front. You choose which you want to use as the main side of the fabric. So on one side of the fabric, like what you can see here, we have a plain cotton sateen, which is the same fabric, the exact same fabric as the non-quilted version that we've included in your kit. So that matches it absolutely perfectly, because it is the same fabric. So that is what is on one side, and on the other side we have one of our 100% cotton sateen Minerva Exclusive prints on the reverse. And of course the two have been put together to coordinate absolutely beautifully. So like on this petal spray design, you can see it's a black floral print fabric, those gorgeous colours in there, and it has this candy pink colour that runs throughout, which is what we've picked to coordinate on the back, and it just it creates such a fabulous combination. And then in the middle of those 2 layers you have a layer of wadding, which gives insulating properties, which is what makes this fabric super cozy, and is going to make it really warm and toasty to wear. But it's not too heavy. It's not it's not going to keep you as warm, for example, as say like a pure wool coat would do. So it's great to wear in the cooler months, but also I think it's a fantastic fabric to wear through spring and autumn time as well, when it's still a little bit nippy and you need an extra layer, but you don't need anything as big and thick as a pure wool coat, for example. So a really versatile jacket you'll be able to make with this. Now, what's the really fun feature about these fabrics? Like I say, is they're completely reversible. So you have the option of how you want to sew them. You could make your jacket say on this fabric, for example, in the candy pink on the outside, and that would mean that you would get a flash of lining on the inside of the gorgeous print. So the print would become a lining, a really special lining detail that when you opened your coat or took it off, it's just going to give a flash of print and colour, and I think that would just look amazing. Or you can go the other way and use the amazing print as the outside of the jacket, and it would definitely be more of a statement piece, but what a fabulous jacket that would make. I mean, I just think any of the designs would be absolutely stunning. And then the plain coordinating colour would be the lining on the inside. So it's completely your choice. yeah, you can just choose whichever way is your favourite. And I think that decision will be quite hard because they're both such gorgeous options. So this is fabric option number 1. So this one, like I say, is called Petal Spray. And yeah, really, really beautiful. Almost like a ditzy floral. Maybe not quite so small as a ditzy, but it's a very busy floral, that one. And then, so the other, I'll just put that behind me. Now the other 4 options in this kit. The next one is Inky Grove, which if I just hold that up there, you'll be able to see the design. How beautiful is this? I think this print is one of my favourite prints in the Minerva collection, this. It has a really fresh, spring-like feel. So I think this will be a gorgeous jacket to make for springtime, you know, which we're coming into very soon here in the UK, aren't we? And yeah, it would just be, oh, it's such a fresh, beautiful colourway. Blue is such a gorgeous colour, such a popular colour rather here at Minerva, and I think, yeah, I think that would be really, really, yeah, just really lovely to wear and go with lots of things. And then the reverse colour on this fabric, it is a bluey purpley colour. It's quite an unusual shade really. It's not quite blue, not quite purple, it's somewhere in the middle. And it picks up that bluey purpley tone that is in the print. So it just goes with it absolutely beautifully, and it really makes the print pop as well. And remember, like I say, you know, you could choose to make your jacket in that plain colour and have that pop of lining coming through, or make it in the full fabulous print and have the plain as the lining. Just either option again is absolutely gorgeous. Next up we have, this one is Babylon Art, and I kind of think of this as one of our iconic prints in the Minerva Exclusive collection. So this one is a really bold, graphic, yes, statement kind of print, this one. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Full of turquoises and blues with a hint of this like raspberry, reddy pinky colour, and then lots of black graphic lines that really, you know, really stand out and make a statement on this print. So the obvious colourway with this, we thought, which just looks so striking and bold and just fabulous, is a plain black lining. So the black looks fabulous quilted. It's really, really stunning. I do love the idea, I must admit, on this one of making a plain black jacket and then having that amazing lining popping from the inside. But then I do also kind of think, how amazing would a jacket be in this? Oh, I just love the idea of both options. I mean, maybe, you know, you could have a look at making the jacket reversible as well. You know, that would be another option if you wanted to. But yeah, the idea is that you choose one for the outside, you know, and the other being the lining. But yeah, if you had that for the outside and that for the internal, oh, how gorgeous would that be? Next up, we have our Secret Jungle print. So this one is an entirely different colour combination, equally beautiful. And as you can see, it's a very jadey green come turquoisey leaf print design. Really, really lovely. And all the leaves have like print details within them. So they have like some like very subtle animal prints and sort of like textured mark making marks. So yeah, and the leaves are all in shades of like golden brown and chestnut and burnt orange. Really, really gorgeous colour combination. So the colour we went for on the other side of this fabric is a beautiful, I'd say like a toffee brown colour, which really picks out those beautiful leaves in the print. So again, you know, make the full jacket in this if you want something, a more subtle look with a really fun pop of lining, or make the jacket in this with the plain coordinating as your lining. Really, really lovely options. And then the last fabric option, the 5th one in these kits, is our really pretty magical print. I think this one, this is our Wildflower Fusion design. Isn't that gorgeous? So if you love pinks and lilacs and purples and very sort of pretty feminine colours, this could definitely be the print for you. It's so, so beautiful, and it's one of those prints that every time you look at it you see more detail in it, because there is just so much detail in all the florals and you know, the petals and the butterflies in there. It's so pretty. Now on this one, you'll have seen with some of the others I've shown you, we've gone for quite a contrast with the, you know, the two sides of the fabric. On this one, it's much more subtle, which we thought suited, you know, the pretty, feminine, yeah, sort of feel and vibe that this fabric has. So on this one, the other side of the fabric is in this gorgeous lavender colour, which isn't that such a pretty colour. Again, another one I think would be lovely for a springtime jacket. So again, you know, you can make the whole jacket in that side with the gorgeous wildflower fusion as you acting as your lining, or make the whole jacket in this really beautiful print and this as your lining, the plain lilac on the inside. Really, really lovely. So that's all 5 fabric options for the tamarack jacket. Let me just bob these back on here. I've actually also got a sample from each of the kits to be able to show you very soon. So you'll have seen throughout the video how we'll have been popping up images of our amazing brand ambassadors that have made these kits this month. So you'll be able to see, you know, each of the kits in each of the fabrics sewn up and made and being worn by, you know, real people in the sewing community. And I think it's just really helpful and inspiring, isn't it, to be able to see each of the options actually sewn up and being made by real, you know, being made and being worn by real people. So yeah, well, you'll notice they've been inserted, but I've actually also got a sample of each to be able to show you this month as well. So yeah, hang on to that. I'll keep those till the end, but I'll show you those very soon. So the next kit. So this is the Hovea Jacket from Megan Nielsen Patterns. Now in the Hovea, there again is 2 different size bands in the pattern itself. So the smaller size band includes sizes 0 to 20, and the larger size band includes sizes 14 to 34. So again, in both kits you've got a fantastic size range, but just make sure, you know, you choose the right size pattern when you're checking out on the website. So you also get a packet of interfacing included in the kit. You also get a packet of needles, which are the ideal size and type for the fabric that's in the kit. You also get, again, the bias tape maker, which will allow you to create perfectly coordinating, matching binding details on your jacket. It'll just give you such a, you know, couture, professional finish. And then you also get, again, 2 reels of thread, Gutterman Sew All thread, that again will match, you know, the 2 sides of the fabric. And you'll likely need both of those when, you know, whichever side you choose to be the outer. And then you also get, as you did in the other kit, you also get 1/2 metre of the matching plain cotton sateen fabric. So whichever fabric option you choose, you will get the coordinating backing fabric, you know, plain fabric rather, to go with it in the non-quilted option. So like I said, that's, you know, what you'd make your bias binding from, you know, to give it a perfectly matched bound finish. So this one matches the top fabric here, and it's, as you can see, the inside, well, sorry, the plain side of this fabric, it is exactly the same fabric, just this is quilted as part of, you know, the pre-quilted, and this is the, you know, just the plain on its own. So let's have a look at the fabrics included, the main fabrics included in these kits. So the first one is our ever popular Boudoir Bouquet print. Again, I think this is an iconic print now in the Minerva collection. It's one of our best-selling prints of all time, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous in the pre-quilted option. Isn't that absolutely stunning? You can really see the diamond quilted lines there. And then on the reverse, we went with this stunning magenta pink colour. How fabulous is that? It's a really rich, vibrant sort of shade, but it just has a real sort of luxurious, opulent sort of feel to it. And it goes so beautifully with the Boudoir Bouquet. It picks out that magenta in the print just beautifully. So again, the idea with these kits, just the same as the last ones, you could make the entire garment, you know, the coat or jacket itself in the print and then have the plain colour as the lining on the inside, or you could choose to make the jacket actually in the plain. I mean, that colour, wouldn't that just be gorgeous? Oh, I love the idea of this. And then having the print acting as the line, a really fancy special lining on the inside. So whether you prefer something more subtle or a little bit more out there and you know, print heavy, you've got both options in these kits. I'll put that just there. Next we have this really fun Jungle Dreamer design. How lovely does that? Again, we specifically chose these prints after, you know, go through a very long sort of process when designing this fabric, because they all really suited the quilted effect on them, and the Jungle Dreamer is absolutely no exception to that. It really suits the quilted sort of stitch lines that have been, you know, added to create the, you know, the pre-quilted effect. Really, really lovely. So in this fabric, it has like a French navy kind of colour background, and then within the print it has a really, really dark navy that you could almost be forgiven for thinking was black, but it's not. It is a definite navy. So on the other side of this fabric, we went with a really, really dark navy that matches that in the print perfectly. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and I think this is a really lovely colour, you know, to have as the outside of the garment as well, if you love the idea of using the plain on the outer. And if I just hold the two up together there side by side, you can see what a gorgeous contrast that makes to the fabric. Oh, it's such a lovely combination, that one. I really love it. And yeah, I think it just really, really makes the print pop. I think because this is, you know, a really dark colour, just looks absolutely gorgeous. So that's the Jungle Dreamer design. Then we have something a little bit brighter, I guess a little bit more fun. And this one is our brushstroke blooms print design. So this is, it looks like a painting on fabric, does this design. And you can actually see the artist's hand, you know, the brushstrokes that have gone into creating the original artwork that, you know, that went into creating this repeat print. You know, that can be printed onto fabric. It's just stunning. There's so much depth and texture and richness in this print. It's lovely. Now it's predominantly green, this print, quite, you know, bright, fresh sort of colours. I think another lovely one for springtime. But there's lots of other colours in it as well, and we didn't want to go with green on the reverse because we felt it felt a bit too much green. And we thought it's a really good opportunity to pick out one of the colours in the print. And when we tried this colour against it, we all just fell in love with the combination. We knew it had to be this. And when I turn this over, it might be a surprise, this one, but look at that. It's a dusky rose pink, and it picks out this, it perfectly picks out this dusky rose pink that runs throughout the printed side. It's such a beautiful combination. Absolutely love this one. I think it's so unusual, you know, the pink being on the reverse to this, and it just works so well. It's gorgeous. So, and again, you know, you could use the brushstroke blooms as the outer and have a really, you know, eye-catching, I guess quite a bold coat this one will make, because it is a, you know, a very colourful print, and then have the beautiful pink on the inside as the lining, or go more subtle and have this gorgeous pink on the outside. I love this colour, and then that fabulous bold print on the inside. That would just be amazing, wouldn't it? I love how you've got the option of both in these kits. Next up's this, with one more to go after this. This next one, again, I think is another iconic print in the Minerva Exclusive collection, so we had to include it. And this is our Animal Glow design. How amazing, again, does that look on the pre-quilted base cloth? It's just fabulous. That deep, rich, bold, like cobalt or royal blue background colour, and then simply the black and the hot pink that make up that animal print design. It's so bold and so fun, and it's just gorgeous. Now on the reverse for this fabric, we tried blues, we tried black, both looked great, but when we tried the hot pink, oh, It had to be that. How amazing did they look together? It's absolutely gorgeous, and it really just, you know, it highlights the pink in the design. So if I hold that out, you can see it's a real true cerise pink colour. Very, very, you know, it's a bold, but it's a rich and intense colour. Maybe a little bit more so, I think, than it's looking on camera. Yeah, but it perfectly, you know, matches with the pink in the print. So again, you know, I think that would be amazing, that side out, you know, that being the print on the coat and then having the flash of pink lining. But you know, if you love pink, why not make your jacket in this and then have the animal glow as the lining? It'd be so, so lovely. And then the last fabric I've got today, so this again is another of our best-selling prints in the whole Minerva Exclusive collection, and this one is called Bubble Lights. How beautiful is this design? It's got so much colour, so much detail in there, layers upon layers of colour on top of each other. It's absolutely beautiful. Now in this print, deciding a colour to choose was a difficult one because there's so much colour in it. But because it's so colourful and it has a lot of blue working through the whole print, and if you look at the very sort of base colour layer, there's predominantly a navy blue shade there. So the reverse colourway we went for was, it's like a French navy, so it's not a very dark navy, not like the Jungle Dreamer backing. It's a much, I'd say, you know, more rich and vivid navy, and it just looks gorgeous against the bubble lights. It really makes the, you know, it brings to life that background colour and highlights it and just brings it more to the foreground. And yeah, it's just gorgeous. So again, go for a statement jacket with this on the outside with the navy as the reverse, or have the navy as the outer of your garment, which I think is such a beautiful colour in its own right, and then the flash of print as acting as the lining. Either way would be absolutely gorgeous. So I'll just put that fabric down. So let me show you next the actual garments that we've made up. So the first one on the mannequin here is our beautiful, is the Hovea Jacket. So we've gone for the shorter option here with the little pockets, the little tie fastener detail at the front, and as you can see, that gorgeous contrast plain fabric that's been used for the binding and around the pocket details. What I really love as a little feature as well is the idea of turning up the cuffs. So if they are a little bit long for you, or you know, or you just like having a turned up cuff, I think it's a really lovely detail because you then see, you know, that reverse side of the fabric. So obviously on this sample here we've made it with the print on the outside, and if I open it up you'll see the plain on the inside, but having that little turn up on the cuff, it just means that you see the you know, the other side of the fabric as well. I just think that's a really nice detail. So yeah, I think that was fabulous. That's in the Boudoir Bouquet print. And then the other sample, just get that out. Whoops, there's it. So the other sample I've got, so this one is of course the Tamarack jacket. And this one we've made in the petal spray print. And as you can see, again on this one we've gone for the petal spray on the outside and the print, and the plain rather, as the lining on the inside. And again, that gorgeous detail around the bound edges using the plain fabric. Really, really beautiful. Yeah, I think that's really, it just looks so good made up in that fabric, doesn't it? And then you can see the curved hemline finish on there as well, and those lovely patch pockets. So that's everything I wanted to share with you today. So like I mentioned before, our wonderful, amazing brand ambassadors will be sharing their makes that they've made from these kits on the website today. So do head to the homepage of our website at Minerva, and if you have a look at all those makes, you'll be able to see lots more photographs of these made up, you know, made on by real people in the sewing community. You can see them on people, you know, of all different shapes and sizes, made by people of all different sewing levels as well. Yeah, and they're always so generous in sharing, you know, tips and advice, you know, how they found the sizing, all good information like that. That's really handy to have, isn't using it. And do give those brand ambassadors a follow as well here on Minerva and on social media, as they're always sharing such inspirational makes that give us so many ideas. I also wanted to mention with Minerva kits, one of the things that makes our kits unique is that they are completely customizable. So the idea with them is, with one click on the website you can buy the kit as it comes, and that will include everything you need to be able to make the garment in any size on the pattern. But if you want to tweak the contents of that kit, you can do. So if, for example, you might already own the pattern, for example, you could buy everything else in the kit and just remove the pattern. If you, say for example, you look at the coat, the pattern, and you think, well, I know I want to make that a little bit longer or a little bit shorter, or I just want a little bit less or extra fabric for any reason, then you can tweak the quantities of the fabric that you buy in. If for example, you might already own interfacing or a bias tape maker, or the needles, for example. So if you don't want any of those, again, you can just omit those from the kit. And the other great thing as well, like a lot of people do, I'm like this myself, if I find something I love, I want to make it more than once and in more than one colourway of fabric. So if you wanted to, say, maybe make 2 of any of the kits, you're making them for different people perhaps, but you don't need more than one pattern, or more than one pack of needles, for example, then you can buy 2 of the same kit and just change the quantity so that you're only buying one pattern and one pack of needles, for example. So for whatever reason you might want to customize the quantities of what you're buying in the kit, then you can do that. Also, if you just want to buy the pattern from us, or you just want to buy the fabric, absolutely you can do that as well. It's completely up to you. The other thing as well with Minerva sewing kits is we also have a completely free sew along video that accompanies both of the kits. So these sew alongs are there to act as an extra help and guidance to help you, from start to finish, the making of the kit. They hold your hand throughout the whole process. So for anybody who's maybe new to sewing, or perhaps hasn't sewn this kind of garment or with this kind of fabric before, they're fantastic, to really hold your hand throughout the making of the project. If you're somebody that's more experienced and you might not need that, they're just there as a backup. So if there's any part of the instructions you think, oh, I could just do with a bit more help on with that bit, then you can just dip in and out of the videos the bits you need. Or if lots of people we know are more visual learners, so you might struggle following instructions in a pattern, but you just prefer to see somebody do it in front of your eyes, then the videos are great for you as well. And those sew-alongs are completely free to everybody. We love to share educational resources here at Minerva, and whether you buy the kit from us or not, the videos are completely free. And I'll put links to those videos below this in the description of this video as well, so you'll be able to easily find them. And if either of these kits perhaps are a project that you're thinking, oh, I haven't done anything like this before, is it beyond my skill set? You could always watch the video first and then decide if it's a kit for you or not. But yeah, they're free for everybody, and there's always something new to learn in sewing, isn't there? So they're always enjoyable to watch anyway, I think. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I think I will tag both patterns and all the fabrics below this video, and then in the description itself we'll put links to each individual kit so you can easily find each one, and we'll also put a link to the Minerva kit section on our website so you can take a look at all the kits there and any past ones that we've launched as well. We always like to keep the kits running as long as possible, and then we've been launching kits for over 3 years now, believe it or not. Can't believe it's been that long. But we've built up such an amazing catalogue of kits for you to be able to choose from that yeah, I'm sure there's something for everybody there. So do let me know in the comments which was your favourite kit this month, which was your favourite pattern style, which was your favourite fabric. I'd love to know as well, would you make the jacket with the print on the outside and the plain as the lining, or would you go with the plain on the outside and have the print as a fabulous lining inside? I'd love to know, like, you know, what the sort of split is and how many people would go print, how many people would go plain. So do let me know that in the comments. I honestly don't know what with me. I think I would probably have to sew one of both, and then I've got a plain one and a more print, you know, sort of printed fun one as well. But yeah, choosing a favourite print in these, I think it's just so difficult because they're all so gorgeous. So yeah, please do give this video a like and a follow if you enjoyed it. It really helps us, and yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you love the kits as much as we do this month, and I'll be back again soon with another video filled with sewing and fabric goodness.